Frozen or fresh, diners can't get enough of these fries. And at one chain, fans actually preferred the frozen spuds. Chick-fil-A is famous for a few things. Its heavenly chicken sandwiches, of course, its refreshing lemonade, its crispy nuggets, and its salted waffle fries. But while the popular franchise with over 2,600 locations in the United States makes and breads its chicken in-house, that treatment does not extend to its French fries. Per Chick-fil-A's website, both Lamb Weston and Simplot are credited with supplying the huge restaurant chain with its waffle fries and hash browns. The chopped and seasoned potato sides are frozen before being shipped out of the supplier's factories to Chick-fil-A locations everywhere, providing longevity and maximum freshness. However, in case you needed more proof, a couple of employees posting in the chain's subreddit cleared up any remaining doubt under a thread titled "Waffle Fry Question." Both of them made comments to the original poster about how the taste and texture of the waffle fries can change if they are not frozen or thawed properly. Although the fact that the potato side waits for our order in the back of a dark freezer cannot be ignored, we can still choose to enjoy the waffle fries and their sodium-heavy presence, just not on Sundays.
Are we about to get waffle fried?
Nando's is highly coveted for its peri-peri chicken, a spicy grilled dish marinated in a mouth-watering sauce developed with full-bodied flavors like African bird's eye chili peppers. It's not hard to understand how the company's zesty menu has set it apart. Multiple European celebrities, Prince Harry included, have come out as being Nando's fans. And what comes on the plate next to that steaming hot grilled chicken? That's right, a pile of fries known as peri chips. Seasoned right along with the main dish, the chain's potato side has been praised heavily for its delicious sprinkled spices. Perhaps this is why the company made such a splash in 2018 when it admitted to using McCain Home Chips, a standard frozen fry brand popular in the freezer aisles of European markets. Still, there is a bit of an upside to the reality of the situation. Seeing as how the basis for the spicy side is available at customers' favorite stores, it only takes a quick trip to grab all the ingredients they need to recreate the delicious peri chips right in the comfort of their own home. The story of Shake Shack fries is an interesting one because it opens with a company that tried to go from frozen to fresh and ended up right back where it started. Shake Shack, a burger and ice cream joint with a large international presence, is known for using higher quality ingredients. Perhaps that's what motivated it to begin work on an in-store system for creating its very own chopped fresh daily potato fries. When the restaurant did make the switch, something rather unexpected happened. Its French fry sales dipped tremendously. As it turns out, customers actually preferred the old frozen version, prompting many heated comments within online forums and a petition on change.org to bring back the groovy frozen crinkles. It appears that in the case of Shake Shack, fresh is not always better. Many of us probably have a memory of opening a Happy Meal as a kid and going straight for the overly salty yet ridiculously good French fries, still steaming at the bottom of the container. One Reddit thread title mirrors many consumer sentiments regarding this beloved potato product. How does McDonald's perfect their French fries? It's literally the best fries you can get from a fast food joint. They're addicting. However, another user on this same thread came back with a cheeky response that many loyal McDonald's fry fans might find disheartening. They commented, "Frozen fries heated in vegetable oil with salt from a salt shaker." And it's true. The French fries many consider to be the best in fast food are sliced in advance and blanched before being frozen, eventually pulled out of the freezer to be cooked for customers. This process for making the fries isn't all bad though. Freezing allows for nutrients and taste to be locked into the potatoes, which creates consistency worldwide. This means that whether the McDonald's is found in the United States or in Australia, consumers can enjoy the exact same taste, fry by fry.
You can watch food videos all day long, but there are some things that are just crispier in real life.
Wendy's is a popular chain best known for its frosty beverages and the unique square-shaped burgers with corners that stick out of the sides of their round buns. Given that the company itself proudly proclaims the meat used to craft its yummy beef patties is never frozen, it seems a bit of a surprise that the French fries on its menu wouldn't follow the same rule. But alas, Wendy's fries, which are cut with some of the skin left on to ensure extra flavor and crunch, are frozen in advance, supplied by Simplot Foods. Interestingly, Simplot is the same company that introduced the frozen potato technique to McDonald's. Fries that were tossed in the freezer immediately after being cut, it insisted, would maintain their quality even when it was not potato season. Apparently, Wendy saw merit in this idea and went for it. Whether or not the end result is appreciated by consumers, however, is difficult to say. Some people seem to love Wendy's fries while others seem to hate them. But however you feel about them personally, the potato side remains a reliable and dependent staple on the restaurant chain's menu. On Reddit, one user titled a post with the bold statement, "Jack in the Box has the best French fries at any fast food restaurant." Whether you personally agree with this declaration, one can hardly argue that its fries, which are available either curly or straight, do good business. The chain opened its doors in 1951 and quickly grew to become a major burger place in the United States, with French fries as a consistent offering on the menu.
This free fry swap is for a limited time, so I expect you to behave like professional potatoes.
Mr. Box needs a vacation.
According to a 2008 Los Angeles Times story, Jack in the Box, like so many other restaurant chains, began using Simplot to supply its fries after businessman J.R. Simplot revolutionized the process of freezing potatoes. And according to multiple Reddit sources, the burger company remains a customer to this day. The good news for consumers is that on occasion, the same frozen Simplot curly fries used by Jack in the Box can be found in the aisles of wholesale grocery stores such as Smart & Final or Costco. This gives fans everywhere the opportunity to cook up a pan to serve alongside their next round of homemade burgers. Sonic, somewhat unique with its drive-in business model, has an extensive menu. When you pull up in your car and start scanning the menu full of hamburgers, popcorn chicken, mozzarella sticks, hot dogs, ice cream sundaes, and multiple flavored limeades, you might at first feel a little overwhelmed by all the choices. But when you see that one faithful familiar listed among the sides, you feel instant sodium-induced comfort. That's right, we're talking French fries, specifically Sonic's natural cut fries. This newer recipe, which was introduced in 2013 to replace the company's original French fries, came along with a few changes. For one, the skin of the russet potatoes was left on during the slicing process to allow for extra crispness when fried. And secondly, you guessed it, the starchy, salty strings were frozen in preparation for shipment to Sonic locations everywhere. Whether or not this straight-out-of-the-freezer technique has anything to do with the fact that the natural cut fries don't seem to be a consumer favorite is hard to say. Many reviewers have not spoken highly of them and have named Sonic Tots the superior choice for a potato side. Perhaps the only logical thing to do to settle the debate is to head out to your nearest Sonic location and order both. Arby's curly fries, the crispy, salty spirals that curl up invitingly out of the tops of the little cardboard cups in which they are served, are praised across the board. But seeing as how consumers can pick up a bag of Arby's frozen curly fries in the supermarket these days, it shouldn't come as too much of a shock that the well-loved potato side also arrives at the chain's restaurant locations frozen. Conagra Foods, the supplier of Arby's curly creations, has quite the process for preparing and packaging the well-loved fries. It begins with a thorough washing of mass amounts of potatoes, which are then pushed through a series of pipes. Within these tunnels, layers of turning blades slice away repeatedly to form potato corkscrews, which then go on to be blanched by the dozens, seasoned, fried, frozen, and shipped to their final destination. After arriving at an Arby's restaurant, they are fried once again before going out to the customer. But the frozen origin story doesn't seem to deter loyal fans, as the curly fries remain one of the most popular items on the menu. The company that provides buckets of fried chicken may be better known for its poultry products than its potatoes. But the massively successful KFC does offer a few different spud-based side options. One, of course, is the classic mashed potatoes and gravy, but another is a relative newcomer to the menu. A few years ago, KFC replaced its potato wedges with secret recipe fries. Once the shock of the switch wore off, they were pretty positively received overall by KFC enthusiasts. However, just like the wedges before them, KFC's newer potato side is fried from a previously frozen state. One employee on Reddit even suggested that it was the difficulty in getting the much thicker wedges to cook all the way through that prompted the change to the slimmer fry style. Regardless of whether or not this is true, the revelation that the newer side begins in a frozen state really isn't surprising. Employees have confirmed that the KFC biscuits, mashed potatoes, and gravy are all either straight from the freezer or nothing more than powdered mixes heated up in water. KFC will not be winning any awards for freshness with its sides, but seeing as how it is the most searched fast food chain in the world, according to Business Financing, the fact doesn't seem to be deterring customers in any way. With Taco Bell's nacho fries, you get a cupful of sliced up potatoes loaded with Mexican-style seasonings, served alongside a small container of heated cheese sauce. It sounds amazing, but considering how almost the entirety of Taco Bell's menu has been called out by former employees for coming in frozen, it feels less than shocking that the zesty French fries are no different. Although this fact is not openly publicized by the company itself, a discussion among employees on Reddit reveals the truth. The crispy, seasoned potato treats are frozen before being served. One employee asked, Has anyone tried blanching the fries to save time? In response, another user claimed that this method, though beneficial for fresh batches of fries, negatively alters the taste of frozen ones and can't be used in their case. Still, this rotating menu item is always successful when it comes around. It was Taco Bell's best-selling new item in history when it debuted in 2018. So, frozen or not, the company is obviously doing something right.
Ever since they left, my mind's been a little fried.
Since 1954, Burger King has been serving the masses with burgers like its famous Whopper or Bacon King. It has also supplied both its American and international customers with loads of French fries. Along with its popular breaded chicken fries, Burger King is certainly a top contender in the fry department, noted as the second largest fast food burger chain in the world behind McDonald's. However, multiple employees on various platforms have confirmed that both the classic fries and the chicken fries do indeed come to Burger King's stores frozen in big plastic bags. One user claimed in Google Groups, "Burger King's fries go to the stores pre-made and frozen. Burger King thaws the fries to room temperature before frying." An employee in the chain's subreddit explained that the chicken fries are dumped into the fryer right off the bat from frozen, and a TikTok video made by another employee confirms this. While information on suppliers or where the products are actually developed is not provided by the Burger King franchise, the two pre-frozen fry styles ultimately end up in the bellies of many consumers.